He said you rule, and he said to get power over the nations. Esau, this is your fate, man. First thing first, Esau, you the basis of man. You the lowest of the low. That tells you right there off the rip that the Lord, there got to be a higher power out there, because how you so low of a man, so low of a creature, out of all the things the Lord created of the nations, you the lowest of all the nations. How have you gotten to the point to where you have the earth in your possession, where you're ruling, pursuant to Job 9:24? The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. How you get to that point? It shows you that there's a higher power out there, man. It gotta be. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You know that. Hey, ain't no way, boy. That's how it is with Esau. Ain't no way, boy. How you get power? It's obviously from the higher power of Yahweh Bashar Shah. It had to be. So anyway, but your fate is to come up, rule, and the Lord gonna bring you down and put you in subjection under His nation that He chose to rule for eternity, many Israelites. And that's just your fate, man. That's your lot. All the nations' lot is to come in subjection under the Israelites, and your lot, Esau, is to come in subjection under the Israelites and eventually be cut off. You'll be cut off when your time comes, man. You'll be cut off. This is Psalms 2:8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession." Esau, you're part of our inheritance, man. Do you hear me? I know you're listening out there, Esau. What the Apostle R say, small hats. The small hats, man, you're part of our possessions, man. You just happen to be on the horses right now, but you're supposed to be the servant. You just happen to be on the horses right now. You're not supposed to be riding on the horses. But you know the Lord has set up to where you're going to be riding on the horses. But that wasn't intended to be so long. As you could say, the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that real quick. The triumph. This is Job 24. The triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So it was just a moment, you know what I'm saying? The Lord's going to give you a little possession of the world. He's going to rule for a little bit. It's part of your lot, Esau. It was, you know what I'm saying, your small hats. You're just supposed to be ruling for a moment, not too long. When you wasn't, this rulership wasn't intended to be everlasting. No, you're supposed to rule for a moment, man. Rule for a moment. Hold on, let me get the scripture. Let me make sure this is the right scripture. Salaki, let me make sure it's the right scripture real quick. Yeah, it's a good one. It's Isaiah 16:14. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, Yahweh, the Zion, the Holy One of Israel. And that's talking about you heathens, man. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about you heathens. You're going to come bending unto us. Esau, you're a heathen. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're describing the sons of the, because back then you had the sons of the wicked, sons of man, sons of the Israelites, sons of the power, so like your sons of the power. But you sons of the man, you're still in the son of the wicked. You're still in that category of the sons of the man, because you're in that category of the heathen, because you're not an Israelite. So the sons also of them that afflicted thee, and who the ones that afflicted us, oppressing us? Esau, Edom, and the heathen nations alongside them. Y'all shall come bending unto thee. Who? Come bending unto the Israelites. And all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet of the Israelites. And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, Yahweh Bashar Shah, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. You're going to come bending unto us, Esau, and you heathen nations. You're not exempt. Esau's the main target. And Esau, we're talking about your lot. We're specifically talking about your lot. And your lot is, and at the end result, your lot is pretty much the same as the other heathens. You're going to come into subjection under the Israelites. You're going to be recompensed. The only difference in between you and the other heathens is you're going to be cut off. completely. You're not going to be existing no more. Let me get this other scripture. Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all the prey upon thee I will give for a prey. Esau. And you heathen nations, I'm reading it again. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. So everything that you heathens are doing to us, the tables are finna be flipped. All that oppression and the stuff you done to us, Esau, it's finna be flipped, and we're finna do it to you. You're gonna be getting oppressed. You're gonna be under subjection in our kingdom. You're not gonna be ruler. You're gonna be at the bottom of the bottom. As a matter of fact, you're not gonna be there after we done with you with them 1,000 years, man. It says, and all thine adversaries, who are those, the heathen nations, starting with Esau at the top of the list, every one of them shall go into captivity. What did Revelation 13 say? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. All you heathen nations led us into captivity. You had partaken in the captivity of Israelites in some portion of the time. All of y'all gonna partake in our rulership. All of y'all gonna partake in our rulership. We bring all of you into captivity, man. And it says, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Esau, the small hats. Look at this picture. It's going to be a picture. Look at this picture that I've put on here. Look at it. That's your fate. That's your lot, man. That's your lot, to go into subjection under the Israelites and then eventually be cut off, man. That's your lot, Esau. And you can't change that. You can't change that. Let me get the scripture. I was going to put it in wrong. Let me get this scripture. This is Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish it which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. These are the words of the Lord. These are not my words. This is not the brother words. This is not so-and-so word. These are the words of Yahweh Bashal Shah. What does scripture say? The Lord said, I will put my words in thy mouth. All we all are just vessels, and the Lord is using us. We're just the mouthpieces of Yahweh Bashal Shah. And the Lord said that only